I liked Arthur from the day I met him and knew that it was going to be a great relationship. We've been working together. It's longer than most marriages. I will tell you that much.
I first met Arthur Blank when he came to City Hall.
At the Combine in Indianapolis.
My recruiting trip.
During the interview process to become the head coach here.
You know, I was fortunate as Chief Operating Officer for Commissioner Tagliabue that the three of us actually had dinner. It was my first meeting with Arthur.
I get a chance to go down and play golf with Arthur.
We first talked, nothing about football.
Like an instant connection took place.
He said, look, we're going to get into racing. We're depending on you. Boy, when he pointed that finger at me, I kind of went, oh my gosh. You only dream about having a company like Home Depot, be a part of your sponsorship.
He's always got a smile.
He has that it factor. When you meet him and you get to know him, it's pretty clear the man that he is, and it comes across right away.
Whenever you see Arthur, he's sharp as ratchet.
I kind of saw him as a model for me to follow because I saw him as kind of a symbol of success.
I remember just being intimidated a little bit and impressed.
This is a person who's not afraid to go into places that other people might shy away from.
My wife said, well, if you had anywhere you'd like to go, where would it be? And I said, Atlanta. And she said, well, how come? I said, it's because of Mr. Blank.
You have to remember, we came here broke. We were actually broke. I was going on 50. Arthur's like 14 years younger than I am. We're both married, had children, and everything we had was on a line here.
There was a lot of interest and talk about this new company, the Home Depot. And Arthur was the executive from Home Depot who came to meet the mayor.
And we were welcomed by the people of Georgia and the people of Atlanta. I mean, when they talk about Southern charm, it's not made up. And this is why it's important, both to Arthur and myself, to give back to the city, the state, the people in this place. They made us who we are. People were begging him to take over this Atlanta Falcon team.
People loved the Falcons, but nobody ever thought they could win.
You couldn't give tickets away. You could leave them on your open car window. People wouldn't steal it. They'd give you more tickets.
And he added a certain amount of energy to his ownership of the team.
There's no better owner in the league. He provides you with everything you need in order to be successful.
He began to invite me to Falcon games. He let me meet all the players and meet all the pro officials.
He shows his support in lots of ways. It's the interactions after games or before games. It's being in the locker room with the team.
He can let loose and have fun, and he's just so proud of the team accomplishments. So guys see him dancing, having a good time. He's one of the guys.
The way he deals with the fans, the players, coaches, it's all the same as he did when he was back at Home Depot dealing with all of our associates there.
He cares about winning, and he cares about you personally. I've gotten to know him and consider him a friend.
Not only with the players on the field, but with their families back home. He knows them all. He knows their problems. They come to him. And he's made a business venture into something where people can have fun.
When I got here, there was no chatter, really, of a new stadium.
A really large stadium that was purpose-built for NFL football and then was configured to be able to be a soccer-specific stadium. You know, Arthur said, I will have the most successful MLS team.
I don't think there's ever been a new soccer team, maybe not even in the world, that has been so successful as Atlanta United has been the first year.
Boy, they're opening 3 games in 6 days, had 150,000 people. They will break every attendance record in Major League Soccer. They'll be one of the highest attended professional soccer teams in the world. And that will continue to reverberate as one of the really great professional soccer stories around the world.
It's pretty cool to be a part of that experience.
Well, I think he's a tremendous leader.
Something you can't coach, you can't teach.
He's down with us, so you feel his leadership, not just see it.
He surrounds himself with people that educate him.
When I saw it last year when he, quite frankly, had a devastating loss in the Super Bowl, Arthur was out talking to the media, talking to his players and coaches, and leading by example of saying, listen, this was tough, but we're going to overcome this.
When you feel like you really want to come through for somebody and you don't, there's a big void there, and he never made me feel uncomfortable about that.
He feels your pain.
He really, truly takes that human emotion and what's the right thing to do.
And I know that if I'm in trouble, I call Arthur, he'll be there for me, period. Remembering where you came from with everybody around. That's important.
For me, Arthur Blank is the realization of the American dream here in Atlanta.
He loves Atlanta and believes in it.
With the arts, the symphony, community development, with Bernie the Aquarium, he's probably given as much as he's gotten from this city. And as he has been blessed, he's blessed others.
His investment all over Georgia in making other people have a better life is something that most people don't see because they don't know Arthur close up. And he does that in a way that's always modest. He never does brag on himself.
He just has this enormous humility.
He's got that giving spirit, and he doesn't want to be seen. He doesn't want any credit. He's got to give it away. But he has invested it so wisely in this community.
I think there's no question that he's a legend. Arthur will never be done. He's going to go down with his boots on. He likes challenges.
He's a competitive person.
Very, very competitive.
But he's also taking a lot of people with him.
That's what Arthur does.
And that allows you to be at your best knowing that you have that kind of support.
I'd be willing to bet Arthur would tell you, rather than a football team or a huge business, he really cherishes those relationships he has.
Overall, he's just passionate about people.
Arthur is everybody's friend.
And that's always been my experience with him.
He's a very delicate human being when it comes to relationships.
I call him Papa, someone that I'm definitely thankful for.
And you can tell I'm bubbling over with enthusiasm about my relationship with Arthur.
And I think our country needs that more than anything right now because we need to work together to make our country better.
I don't know anybody that doesn't like him and appreciate all that he has done for this city, for football, and for humankind.